Hello my fellow aliens, welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, hi, I'm Jojo Rarity. And today in this video, I'm gonna talk about my Marvel ranking. Look at my shirt. I'm so ready for this. This is my Avengers Infinity War shirt. When Infinity came out, I want to get this one. She's so cute, right? Anyway, I know I'm gonna be getting a lot of hate of this one because also I did a Star Wars movie ranking and kinda my rankings always so different than what other people like. I always like movies that other people don't like, but I don't care because it's my personal opinion. And this Marvel ranking also gonna be like that because I like so different movies than other people like and also characters. And yeah, but I want different opinions, so that's just my opinion. And I understand also because those people, I think they're like fanboys who like read all the comics. That's why I don't like the movies, some of them. But I never read the comics. Maybe I read like one or two, but I'm not really following all the comics, so that's why. But I understand the hate because like the only comics like I'm really following is The Walking Dead, because I'm such a big Walking Dead fan. So then if people say something like that, I always say, oh, the comic is like that too. So I kind of understand where they're coming from. So there's like 23 MCU Marvel movies out there. And so it's gonna be a long video. Sit down and relax. Go grab your popcorn, your coffee or tea, whatever you're drinking. And let's get on with the video. First movie on the list, so it means it's the lowest one, is The Incredible Hulk. And it's kind of weird because it's a different actor. They choose the different actor for the movies. And don't get me wrong, I love Edward Norton, he's a good actor, but I like Mark Ruffalo better as playing in Hulk. But I think Edward Norton was better than Eric Bana because I really don't like Eric Bana. So I was happy when they chose Mark Ruffalo to be in the movies because I love that actor and I think he did an incredible job playing Hulk. Hulk was never like one of my favorite characters though. But so yeah, this was of course the last on the list because I think I only watched it once. I can't quite remember anymore. So number 22 on my list is Iron Man 3. I think people also hate this one. Like the last movie was like the worst one. I'm never a big fan of Iron Man, never was. Of course I was sad when he died still because I'm not that heartless. I was so sad when he died. But of course spoilers ahead. Of course if you're a Marvel fan you probably all know the movies already. And so yeah, I was a really Iron Man fan. And maybe that's why we get hate for it because I know Iron Man is like so many people like favorite character. But I never really liked him that much. And so then number 21, Captain Marvel, and it's like the newest one. And I never really liked Captain Marvel the movie. Like the only good thing in this movie was the cat. I forgot the name, but it's like the cutest one. And Jude Law, I like him as an actor. But I don't like the actors that much and also character was like so bland. But it's so like the girl. I mean Monica is in WandaVision, like as a grown-up, so that's pretty cool to see. There's also gonna be Captain Marvel 2. Probably I will watch it because I need to watch everything even if I don't like it. Number 20 is Iron Man 2. Please don't hate me. As I said, I'm not big of an Iron Man fan. I always like Thor more as a character, and not get me wrong, I don't hate the actor, I just don't like the character that much. So that's why number 19 is the first Iron Man. I'm sorry, I know Iron Man started this MCU, it was the first movie that came out, but that's why I was not really a big fan of MCU at the time, because I wasn't really a fan of him. And so that's why the next movie is gonna be number 18. It's Thor, like Thor 1. And so I think that kind of try to do a bit of a comedy in this one. And I kind of like if it's like the comedy with Marvel, I like it. But it was a bit more serious still because I actually thought it was like more funny than that. But I like it because they introduced like Hawkeye, and I love Hawkeye. He's such an underrated character, but I really like him. And of course Loki is in this one, and first time you see him. And of course I like him as like everyone else. That's why number 17 on my list is Thor Dark World, because like Loki is like more in this movie, and you kind of know like he's like between good or evil, and then like his mother died. That's why you can actually see that he cares, that he's always helping out Thor. But of course in the end you know that he always like do what he wants. And so I like Thor 2 kind of better than Thor 1. Number 16 on my list is Doctor Strange. Kind of was like between Black Panther and Doctor Strange, but I like watched Black Panther I think only once and Doctor Strange a couple of times more. But I don't know, the movie overall was just okay for me, but I don't like the actor. And I just like Rachel McAdams in this one. But I'm kind of excited for part 2 because it's gonna be much better, I think. Because it's gonna be like a multiverse like madness. Kind of excited for that. Because also we're gonna be focusing on Wanda more. So number 15 is Black Panther. I watched in theater when it came out. My mom wanted to watch it, but it's not really my cup of tea. But I love that Danai Gurira is in this movie. She plays Michonne in The Walking Dead. It's one of my favorite characters. And seeing her on a big screen and like being in a Marvel movie now is so incredible, I think. She's an amazing actress. I'm so proud of her seeing her like that. But the one thing I'm afraid of is that she's gonna leave Walking Dead because of Marvel. But she didn't, because she left the show, but other reasons, not for Marvel. But then she's gonna be back again for season 12. So yeah, I'm happy about that. Yeah, all in all, I know what to think about this movie. Maybe I should watch it again. But it's not like that bad, but it's not really my total fave also. So number 14 is Avengers Age of Ultron, and it's like the weakest link of the Avengers. Like all the movies like on top of my list, this one's like on the lowest. I know they introduced like Wanda and Vision, and Hawkeye is so much more in this movie. They introduced his family, which they didn't know he had. And I think it's because he's like a Asian, right? Like a shit Asian can have a family, and that's why he can't hid it from his friends, so they never knew about that. And of course only Phil knows about his hiding place. And wow, so amazing to keep like such a long time a secret. Of course, except Natasha, she also knows, because she knows his kids, because they're pretty close. I mean, it's a good movie, but I think other movies like are top of my list than this one. Number 30 on my list is Captain America, the First Avenger. And why it's so low on my list? Because it's like the past, and I don't know, I mean, Captain America's always gonna be my favorite MCU character, because mainly of Chris Evans. And it's also the reason why I kind of get into the MCU movies. That makes sense. It's also the first movie I watched in theater because I love Chris Evans, like my favorite actor. And I know people don't like the movies like the Fantastic Four, but I love Fantastic Four. Like the first one, he plays the Human Torch and he was always so funny. And that's why it makes him a good actor, because he's nothing like Captain America. So different than how he is in real life. He always plays like this man-child kind of comedy guy, and like he's like more, before he had always like rom-coms movies, then that's why it's so different when he was in Captain America. And maybe that's why I don't like Captain America 1 that much, because it's like so serious in this one. Also I like it because Sebastian Stan is in this movie, and I didn't even know it when I saw it. It was like, wait, it's Sebastian Stan? And then I was so sad when he died, because I don't read the comics, so I didn't know he's the Winter Soldier actually. So yeah, that's why I like this movie. I love their friendship. So number 12 is Ant-Man 2, like Ant-Man and the Wasp. And I know this movie is so underrated, like Ant-Man's also so underrated character, but I always love Paul Rudd, like my favorite comedian. I was happy when I casted him as the Ant-Man, but when I saw the poster for the first time, I was like, what is this Ant-Man? He's actually an ant, transforming to an ant, something like that. And because I don't take him seriously because he's such a funny comedian, I thought it was a joke movie because I didn't read the comics. But then the movie got me so warm because it was so good. But part 2 wasn't that good in my opinion. I didn't like the villain, the ghost. She's not really that bad in the end. But I like it when he was entering the quantum realm, because it's gonna be introducing to Endgame, because then you know what happened to him in Infinity War. So Ant-Man is number 11. And as I said, I love Paul Rudd. So when the movie came out, I really want to watch it. And it's actually a good one. It's so funny at first, thinking how can he be an ant and be a superhero? Also, I like the villain in this one. He's such a good actor. And overall, this was just good actors. Of course, his best friend. Like the 3 friends, the one Mexican one, oh my god, I forgot the names, but they made the movie much more comedy. He's so funny when telling stories, something like that. So on to my top 10, yay! So number 10 on my list is Guardians of the Galaxy number 2, and I like both of them. Part 2 was so good also, and I kind of noticed that I like comedy ones because I like to laugh and like it if it's involved with action. So comedy action is the best movie for me, I think, because like guys always like more action and girls like it more comedy, and I like it in between. That makes any sense. So this is so funny. I know Star-Lord got so much hate, it's because of what he did, but I love him. And Gamora, so sad that she died because I also liked her. And Drax is so much funny also in this one. And of course, don't forget Baby Groot. He's so cute because like a baby in this one. And I love the beginning. The opening was so good already. They're like fighting and then he was like just dancing all this time. And of course the Rocket. Yeah, there's so much good characters in this one. I also love all the actors. So of course gonna be on top of my list. So number 9 is the first Avengers movie. And of course I love team up movies. Like the first team up movie I love is of course the X-Men movies. So that's why when they announced it, it was like, wow, cool, a team up movie. But I had to only watch it because of Captain America. I remember when it came out, I only remember Iron Man and Captain America because I wasn't like such a fan. And also I didn't even watch Thor, I think, because I didn't know Thor, I didn't know Black Widow. I forgot Black Widow was an Iron Man. And then Hawkeye I didn't know. I was like, who are these characters when I watched it? And I was thinking, what's MCU? Because I always say it's gonna be MCU related something. Everything's gonna be related. I was like, what's MCU? It's so funny when I think about it the first time because I'm so late in the MCU universe. But after this movie, I became such a big fan. And then I want to rewatch all the movies. So, because I didn't even know like Loki. Like the best villain ever was like Loki. And I didn't know it's like from the Thor movie. And so I think because I didn't watch the other movies. You don't really need to watch the other movies to understand this. Because it's just like, it could be like the first movie I ever watched. But then because of this movie, I want to watch everything. And now I'm such a big fan of everything. I'm thinking I also want to rewatch everything again in the right order, I think. But I did with Star Wars. Because like all the movies now like finished. The phase 3 is finished, right? I feel like you can watch everything now in the right order. So it's fine because I kind of missed the Marvel movies. Of course, last year we didn't get to have any new ones. And it's gonna be phase 4, but I don't know if I'm so excited for phase 4. Let's see, because kind of missed Captain America and the other Avengers. I think the ones that I'm excited for are like, of course, Spider-Man 3 and then Doctor Strange 2, I think. That's about it. And of course the Guardians are coming and Thor 4, Love and Thunder, don't forget about that. Speaking of Thor, number 8 is Thor Ragnarok and it's Thor 3. And I don't know, because I heard people or someone saying that people don't like this movie. And I don't understand. It's the best Thor movie for me because it's so damn funny. And maybe that's why, because like too much comedy, but that's how I like it. I mean, laugh so much. I always laugh so much when I watch this. Taika Waititi is like one of my favorites. He's like such a good director. He's like so funny. He played like Korg, his name. He's so funny with his New Zealand accent. I really love his accent. And that's what Thor is about, I think. Thor is supposed to be this funny character. Because Hemsworth is such a funny guy. That's why I kind of really, it's so funny. And then, of course, Loki working with Thor is like the best thing ever. Because, of course, Loki always changing his mind. But then he was helping him out, and then again not. And then Valkyrie, they introduced the drunk lady. So, and Hulk was so funny also in this one. I really love this one. And I'm so happy it's gonna be part 4, Love and Thunder. And also with the same director. Of course gonna be so good. And I think Guardian's gonna be in this movie. Is it in Thor or is it the other way around? I don't know, but Chris Pratt and Chris Hemsworth, they are such a good duo. You can already see that in the other Avengers movies. So I'm really excited for this one because this one is so good. So number 7 is Spider-Man 2, Far From Home. I think both of the movies are so good, but Homecoming was first and the first time they introduced Tom Holland, so I'm gonna be putting this higher on my list. I mean, like introduce like really his character because yeah, you already see him in other movies, but there's like he's the main character now and that's fun to see. The part 2 is so good too. And I like this one because that's so mean to say, but Iron Man is not there anymore. I don't like part 1 because he's always like too much focus with Iron Man. He always like needs his help. But in this one, he can stand on his own. He made his own, like his own suit and everything. He can do everything alone. Why he needs Iron Man, something like that. And he realized he's also strong without Iron Man and his team. It's the first time he ever did something without the Avengers, without Iron Man at his back. That's why I think this movie is a pretty good one. And I'm so excited for part 3. Oh my god. Yeah, it's gonna be such an exciting ride. Number 6 is Captain America Civil War. And this is the 3rd movie. Speaking of Spider-Man, they introduced him in this one. It's so funny when he came. But it's kind of more like an Avengers movie than Captain America movie. People always wanted to make a new Captain America again because It's not really like a Captain America movie because like all of the Avengers are in this movie, but I still love it, and maybe that's the reason why I can't like Iron Man, because I always like fight with Captain America, and Captain America is my favorite character. So if he doesn't like someone, I don't like them, something like that. But that's why I really love Captain America's team, because like they're also my favorite characters. Because I don't like Iron Man's team, and except Spider-Man, of course he's gonna be with Iron Man, so I didn't like it. But Ant-Man is in Captain America's side, Hawkeye, Wanda, and of course Bucky and Falcon. So yeah, all the characters I like, and that's why I also like it when Ant-Man came. Even Ant-Man was in this side. So I'm so excited when they drew Steve Lang in this one, because people were like confused, is he in the Avengers or not? And now you know that he's actually in the Avengers. That's why this one is a pretty good one, and it's top of my list. So number 4 and 5 are Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. Like, I think, my opinion, Endgame is better. I know people like Infinity War more, but the reason I like Endgame so much is, of course, everything is a conclusion to all the movies, and every character is in this movie, and also they defeated Thanos. So what not to like? So first of all, Infinity War is kinda sad, of course, because they disappeared and lost to Thanos. It's kind of sad one. Of course, I also like it, but that's why I like Endgame more. And I only watched it once. I kind of miss it. I want to watch it again. Why are you thinking it's only like number 4 on my list? It's because there's like other 3 movies on the list that's higher. I mean, you miss this movie, I want to watch it again, and it's so amazing. Maybe because I'm a Captain America fan, and Captain America in the end. And then when he was on their own, and then thinking he lost, and suddenly someone say on the left. So incredible to see. And then he's holding Mjolnir. I don't know how to pronounce it. I mean Thor's hammer, and his worth it was like, oh my god, what? And then remember, he always wanted to say in every movie like Avengers, and he never finished it. And then in this movie, he's finally saying Assemble. Oh my god, it's like such a fangirl when they say like, oh my god, everyone fight together. It's so incredible, and oh my god, it's the most epic one ever. And that's why I really like this, and it's just so good. And it was the best ending of all the MCU movies, because like the last movie, and it was such an incredible job. Now top 3. If you watch my top favorite movies of all time, those top 3 movies are on this list. So number 3 is Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I really like this one. It's just so funny and so good. And even my dad, he likes it. He's not a Marvel fan, but he likes this movie. I'm like, what? Maybe because it's kind of like Star Wars, because like in space. And I also read when people talk about that Chris Pratt character Star-Lord is kind of like Han Solo. Yeah, kind of like that. And so first of all, when I saw it, I was like, what is this? Because I don't read the comics. So like, what is this talking tree? Then a talking raccoon? And then Gamora is like an alien? It's like, kind of movie is this? But then when I watched it, I really loved it, and the comedy is so good in this one. Chris Pratt is such a funny actor, always make me so laugh so much. The actors in this movie are top notch, and I'm really excited for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Also, James Gunn is like one of my favorite new directors. He did like so many movies I watched from him. Like there's like a horror movie he did, Slither, and then also like Brightburn. It's like his brother made it, but he's also like a producer or something in this movie. And that's why I'm so excited also for Suicide Squad, which will be coming out this year. I know what months. I don't know if it's gonna be on theater, because you know, but I'm so excited. And I know Guardians of the Galaxy gonna be good, because he's such an amazing director. Number 2 on my list is Spider-Man 1 Homecoming. And if you know me, Spider-Man is like one of my favorite Marvel characters actually. I like all the movies. I'm not a person like hating on everything. So I like Tobey Maguire. Oh my god, I remember I was watching Spider-Man. I watched it so many times, the first Spider-Man movies. And I always like James Franco in this one. And yeah, it's so good. I'm thinking Tobey Maguire did such a good job in playing Peter Parker. Andrew Garfield did a good job in playing Spider-Man. And I think Tom Holland did such a good job in playing both. So that's why he's the perfect choice in this movie, I think, because he's like playing both so well. And so I'm so excited for Spider-Man 3, because I loved all the previous Spider-Mans. So this multiverse is so incredible to see all of them together in action. It's almost like the Into the Spider-Verse, like the animation one with Miles Morales. So even like also Mary Jane coming back, Kirsten Dunst and everything. I also saw maybe they come back in Doctor Strange. That's why I'm so excited for this, because the multi-universe going on. I always like this kind of thing. The first thing I watched was like The Flash, that also happened in multiverse, like with Arrow, even though I don't like Arrow, but also with Supergirl. And it was so cool to see like everything like being in the multiverse combined, something like that. So that's why like Spider-Man is always gonna be my favorite character in the MCU, and they always choose like good actors to play him. You know what movie is missing? Then you probably know number 1 on my list is Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier. And as I said, Captain America is my favorite character ever, and this movie is so good. Like, because I also love Bucky, and first of all, I didn't know he's gonna be returning in this one, so I was so excited when I saw him, like, oh my god, he looks so different, and he plays a villain again, because I know it's Sebastian Stan, he played a villain before. The movie, The Covenant, it's kind of underrated one, it's like with Witcher's power. He plays the bad one, but a funny one, and he's like so serious in this movie. But that's why I'm so excited for, of course, the Falcon and Winter Soldier one, because Bucky is also one of my favorite characters, and seeing him in the TV show, oh my god, it's gonna be so exciting. And kind of wished he was like Captain America, but I'm thinking Falcon also fits to him more because he's more talkative and Bucky's kind of more quiet. Anyway, I love Captain America and Bucky, like the friendship is so sweet. Like when they say, and then when he said, who the hell is Bucky? I was like, what? It's your best friend. And when they're saying, I'm with you till the end, my fangirl heart died. Because it's so sweet. And of course, all about Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. And if you know the show, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. is like one of my favorite shows actually. They kind of introduced them more. You don't know Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. that much, so kind of cool to see that. And to be more a fan of that if you know the show. And yeah, I also want to finish the show because I never finished it. And so sad because now that he's gone, I'm gonna miss this dude. It's kind of weird thinking Bucky without Steve, right? And now it's like a new best friend Falcon, who has like the new best friend of Captain America, and now they like friends. But yeah, now it's like only Spider-Man left. And of course Guardians, and so maybe they're like my favorite characters now. I don't know, it's like so sad to not see him anymore, but I'm only happy that he didn't die. I mean, he got old and have a happy life with Peggy. So it's not like he died. This is it. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you do, please give a thumbs up. Comment down below your top 5 Marvel movies. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see me again. Don't forget to click on the bell notifications so you know exactly when I upload. I upload every Wednesdays and Saturdays. So see you guys on my next video. Bye. Spider-Man says bye.